Okay, to add marks on your clock face, we're going to start out first adding the major marks. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go ahead and start my sketch. Now the easiest way for me to do this is probably going to be with a corner rectangle. So somewhere up in the 12 o'clock-ish area, I'm going to go ahead and draw a rectangle. Doesn't have to be the right size right now because I am going to size that in. I'm also going to grab a center line. My center line I'm going to draw from the origin, or the very center of the clock, up, and I'm going to very carefully select the midpoint. So you might want to zoom in a little bit, but I want to get that yellow point in the middle. That's very important. Okay? Otherwise, as I adjust the size, I won't be symmetrical. Now, as you can see, my line here is not straight up and down, so it's not exactly at the 12 o'clock mark. If I make that vertical, I now have the middle of the box straight over this. I'm going to go ahead and get my dimension tool. I'm going to start out dimensioning this, and I'm going to make it, we're going to make it 1 inch. We'll see how this looks. And then when I go to set the width, I'm going to make it 1/4 inch or 0.25. Okay. Now the last thing I'm going to have is that's really close to the top for me. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this measurement and I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to try 2 1/4. That looks pretty good. I think we'll leave that there for now. Okay, I can always come back and change it later. I'm going to go ahead and exit my sketch, go over to Features, hit Extruded Cut, and I'm going to go ahead and set my cut depth for 0.125 or 1/8 of an inch. I don't need it in there real deep, but 1/8 of an inch will give you a nice cut so that you got nice crisp edges. Okay, I'm going to accept that. Now instead of drawing that 3 more times to get my other major marks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my circular pattern tool. I'm going to go ahead and click either the outside circle or the inner one. It does not matter. Oh, under direction. So let's go ahead and get that circle. Under features, I'm going to click the cut here. And you're going to want to make sure you are set at equal spacing. Now, if I wanted all my marks to be the same size, I could go ahead and do 12 marks at equal spacing. Okay, this time I only want 4 total, so I'm going to get my 12, 6, 3, and 9. Okay, got my preview. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to go ahead and take that. All right, now I'm going to create the minor marks. So again, I'm going to start a sketch on this face. I am going to get the 3-point corner rectangle where it is already crooked. That just makes this process a lot easier because now I can draw a crooked rectangle. There. I'm going to do the same process with the center line where I'm going to draw from here to the midpoint. Now this is a different step here, but I'm going to select my center line and one of the long lines while holding shift, and I'm going to make those 2 lines parallel. Okay, that way they are parallel. As I change this, I've got a nice parallel edge there. I'm now going to go ahead and size this one up. So I'm going to make this 0.13. I do need to make it slightly bigger than my cutter, which the smallest cutter we have is 0.125. So rounding up to 0.13 will give me a line that it'll actually cut. And the height of this, I am going to set at 0.75. And this is again where I can kind of mess with my spacing. But as I select this, I get 2.3 something or other. I'm going to try 2.5. Push it out a little bit. Nope, I don't think that's quite enough. Again, you can mess with this all you want. 2.25. Okay, and I can even come back and change it. You know what? I'm going to go right in the middle. 2.375 is 2 3/8. So we'll go right in the middle with that. That looks pretty good. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a center line. I'm going to draw a vertical center line. Doesn't really matter how long, because all I'm going to do is dimension this from here to here at 30 degrees. Okay, each of the numbers on a clock are 30 degrees apart. So that's my mark. I kind of like the way that looks now. So I'm going to do the same thing where I extrude cut it in 1/8 of an inch. And now I've got that. Now I'm going to leave it highlighted, and I'm going to go under linear pattern to circular pattern. I'm going to go ahead and pick the big one there. It wants to do 4 equally spaced. Now to get the settings right, this is a little weird, but you need to do 12 at equally spaced. Okay? Now you'll notice some of them end up inside your big marks. So here's a cool feature of circular pattern. Down near the bottom, there's instances to skip. So if you open that up and you have this highlighted as blue, you've got an instance inside my 9 o'clock mark here. So I can just highlight it and you can see it skips it. So I'm going to skip that one, that one, that one, and the one at the bottom. Now in this case, there might not have been any big deal. I could have maybe just created it. You know, it's cutting into nothing. It probably won't give me an error. But these are really important to skip, like if one of the marks is deeper than the other, maybe if they're more decorative, maybe if you did dots and dashes, whatever reason, but that's how you skip them. So you can skip some of the instances, and that's a good thing to do. When I accept it, I now have this as my clock face. So I've got small marks at like 1 and 2, 4 and 5, and the rest of the way around. And I've got the major marks at the top, bottom, left, and right sides. Okay, so this is a clock face that is good. If you wanted to make some adjustments, me, if I was making mine, I might make my major marks a little narrower. I might also bring them down a little bit. So those are some adjustments you can make just by going into the original cut and extrude. I'm going to edit my sketch, and I can go ahead and make this. I'm going to try 0.175 to make it a little narrower, and I'm going to bring this down. So I'm going to try 2.15. And again, I can make those changes, and the minute I exit my sketch, it updates all the marks. So again, you can kind of mess with those, again, on the two original extrude cuts until you get it to look exactly the way you want it. And that clock face is all done.